everyone, it's Lisa Cole and I'm here with Pink Paislee, and today we're going to show you a tutorial video on how to really play and make these papers work for you for House of Three. These are the Parisian Anthology that are produced and perfected by Pink Paislee. So there are 5 different sheets that come in a creamy white background that have some brownish gray script and flowers and stamps and all kinds of really fun things, but on top of those patterns are going to be some embossed other patterns. So this one is the fancy filigree, and while you can't see it up close, it has a lot of filigree flowers and stems and really pretty botanical. And this one, Darling Doilies, has all your doilies up the side that are embossed for you to take the color. And the great thing about these papers is that you can make them any color family that you choose. So whatever your project is calling for, you turn this white piece of paper into a colored masterpiece. So these are just some things that I'm going to show you of what I did, but this was Divine Damask, and I wanted to show you some tone on tone and some blues and greens. There is a Glimmer Misted project here with the beautiful butterfly, and those Glimmer Mists really work nice with the shimmer on them. And this is going to be one I'm going to show you on the video that I'm making to help along with the Hocus Pocus line. And also some alcohol inks. So there's lots of really fun things that we're going to show you how to do. And stay tuned so that we can get right into that tutorial. So the first one that we're going to be talking about is the Ranger Distress Inks. These are dye inks, and these are what I would recommend, these or chalk inks if you're going to use an ink pad. And pigment inks are a little too juicy and they won't give you the effect that you want, but most of us all have Ranger pads, and so I thought this would be a great one to try. So get your ink applicator tool, and you want to buy yourself a little package of refills of these pads that go on it. You want a different one for each color so you don't mix your colors. And you're just going to load up your ink applicator really well, and you're just going to go from the outside in, from your outside in a roundabout way, not a streaking motion because you will see the streaks on your paper, but you're going to start off of the page and you're going to just come onto the page in a circular motion. Do you see that resist already starting? And take it as far as you want because the ink will get lighter and lighter and lighter. It's just a gorgeous effect. Ink up some more, come off the page in a circular motion and just start adding your color. Go in as far as you want. And it's just a beautiful effect. Most everybody loves this color to begin with, but do you see the resist on there? It's really, really pretty, and it's not going to take any color on that you put on here. So then if we wanted to blend colors, we're going to just take off this pad, and I'm going to place my peeled paint. Boy, these are hard to say, kind of like tongue twisters. I'm going to take this color ink now, which is that really pretty shabby green, and we're just going to ink it up a little bit and add to it, and watch the effect you get now. The two-tone is really, really fabulous. All the way over, because you really want to cover the page as well as just the embossed pattern. And then, as easy as that, just swap them out. And I'm going to add just a touch more blue because I just love this color. And I'm really going to make this a beautiful teal color. So this is the easiest way that I have found to apply the color to these beautiful Parisian Anthology papers. Now the next technique that I wanted to share with you is how to use your Glimmer Mists and also your Maya Mists from both of those companies that have the little glimmer in them, and some of them don't, but I want to show you just how simple it is to use these. Now the first thing I wanted to do was lay down a little base of color of turquoise blue, and you're just going to spray it on. And you'll always get some of those drops at the beginning, but I like them because they give a nice little puddle, little pool. And then I just wipe off the excess. You're going to get dirty in this one, so make sure that you are ready to go with some latex gloves, or if you're just going to soap up right away when you're done with your project. And so do you see how that beautiful pattern is really coming out? But then don't be afraid to layer the Glimmer Mist too, because I love these darker colors as well. And then once you start layering, you really get the depth of different projects. So then I'm just gonna wipe this up real quick. And look what that turned into. That simple turquoise color has now become a really deep and multifaceted color with this added sapphire. And I just love this. Now this is a little damp, so you can either put it under some magazines. I would put like a piece of white paper on top of it or a paper towel and let it dry. Or my edges get curled and I don't care because I just put them right into my page protectors in my book and I'm good to go. So I love this, and wouldn't that be just a beautiful photo mat too? Or a block for some journaling with some strips of paper. Love that. So that's our second suggestion, is with some Maya Mists or some Glimmer Mists. So now we're going to be talking about Tim Holtz Adirondack alcohol ink. And I chose some colors to work for a kind of a fall theme, and then a metallic mixative. I'm going to use a little bit of copper to just make it pop off the page. So the first thing you do is grab your Ink Essentials tool. This is the same one that you can use with your ink blending pad, your pads, ink pads. But you need the felt tips, the felt pad inserts for when you work with the alcohol ink. Now what you're going to do is just start putting on pools of color directly onto your felt. And then what you're going to do is always use some of the blending solution. Just make sure you get a bottle of this, and you're just going to help it blend together a little and get a little more less vivid. Okay, so what you're going to do is start pounding onto your project, and this is just your palette. You can do whatever you like with this, but it's a pouncing effect. Ta-da! So what you're left with is that gorgeous resist. But look at that beautiful mottled effect. It's almost like stained glass, and it looks a lot like just watercolor, like just some really pretty effects that are made with the pooled colors. And so that's how you use alcohol inks. So lastly, I want to show you how we could really put this all together, and you can make some really interesting color combinations. And what I'm going to try to focus on is replicating some of the Hocus Pocus colors this year, which is the gorgeous layers of orange and that beautiful kind of a deep periwinkle purple. I love that color, and I think I found it in this moonlight color. And so let's just get started and see what we come up with. So I've got some Spiced Marmalade dye ink from Ranger. I've got my ink applicator here. And I'm going to work on this corner that has all this beautiful detail because it would be a great little frame for journaling. Remember, start off the page in a circular motion. We're going to come up with some orange. It goes lighter, and I love that because then you just get a tone on tone. Come off the page. Come into the center. Remember, that circular motion is the key here. If you blot or do streaking, that's exactly what you're going to see. So. A little bit more. I love my edges a little darker. Okay, so that's a really pretty swath of orange and different tones. Now just for fun, I'm going to add a little bit of this Tiger Lily spray, which is just going to orange it up a little bit more. Get my blots out of the way. It's really going to distress that. I love this. See the depth that added? So layer on top, and it gives it a little glimmer as well from the Glimmer Mist. And then I'm going to take this Moonlight, and I'm just going to go around my edges with it, I think. And I'm going to blot it off. And look what I've created, which is really, really pretty. The pattern still comes through. You've got the layering of 3 different colors. And I could put a lot more of this Moonlight on too. Don't be afraid to really, really saturate. Make it dark. It's Halloween. And then just blot it off. And look at the grunge you've got here going on. That is a gorgeous combination. And here is a great part of the paper with this printing behind that you can use for your page. Thanks for watching, everyone. It's been fun showing you these great techniques for these awesome new papers.